What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing today? And Josh, you might want to mute that. What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Anyways, folks, let me say what's up to everyone in chat. All right, where are we at? Ark Wildman, Stephanie, Sarah, Harvey Black, Joe Morgan, Ark Wildman, Stars Prepper, S. Moore, Lady Casca, Lady T Survival, Muzzle Flash, Monty, Doc Mac, Josh, I can still hear it. Josh is backstage doing the YouTube. And I could hear myself. All right. Sheila, Pinball Than You, great Tuesday night. Welcome, Sheila. Carrie. All right. I think I got everybody. All right. I think I got everybody. Josh, all you got to do is mute YouTube. Untouchable City Prepper, what is up? Big Bear Preps, Prepper Chicken, Texas. How is everybody doing tonight anyways? Is everybody doing well? Oh, I'm watching down in the green room, waiting for Josh to get squared away. Can you guys hear the echo? Or is it just me? Yeah, S. Moore, that's what I thought. Josh is working on it. He just has to mute any YouTube things that he has open out there. And I'll double check myself because sometimes I'll have open windows. Hold on, Josh. Let me see. I'll double check myself. Open windows. Sometimes I'll have hold on, Josh. Let me see. Hold on, Josh. Let me see. All right. I think I figured it out. Josh, it wasn't your fault. It was good old Gray's fault. So anyways, folks, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Josh. Most of you folks should know Josh, a.k.a. Gardner Josh, and I'm going to go ahead and bring him up in the chat so we can get going. I want to say thanks to everybody for being here. Rolling, what's up, brother? Good to see you, Mark. And everyone else. Jeep Girl, Independent Marine. But let me go ahead and bring Josh up here to the chat.
Hey, everyone. Yeah, that wasn't me. I didn't have YouTube open at all. I was like, I don't know how to fix this.
Nope, that was my dumbass. It was me. I had another window open when I went to pull this window that I have up on the screen over here so I could read chat. I know, right? Mark said he wanted to give you crap, but he couldn't. He can't now. CKOC, what's up, Jen? Green Thumb Prepper, what is up? What was I going to say? So, for you folks that watched the beginning, what do you guys think of that intro? Do you guys like that better than the old intro, or should I go back to the old intro? I wanted your guys' opinion on it before we get into this interview. And I know there's like a 30-second delay, so I'm going to give it a second. So anyways, Josh, while they're figuring out, poor Josh, not your fault, right, S. Moore?
It wasn't me.
He's doing good, man. He's doing good. All right, so Josh, if you can, tell the folks in chat, a little bit about yourself and what brought you to YouTube and all that jazz.
Well, the first thing that probably brought me to YouTube was the prepping community, the Patriot movement. But then I did those things and I do those things, but it's not what I really love to do. Gardening has been a part of my life since I was, 4 years old. So it's just become a part, like second nature, So when I started doing that, it seemed like I felt a lot more comfortable because I'm trying to find something more to make me more comfortable in front of the camera because I don't like being in front of the camera. And gardening is just kind of peaceful, puts you at peace, as you said earlier in one of your streams earlier this morning.
No, that I get you, brother. I get you. Busted Beak happens to be me on the time here on AP. Prep Forward is saying, what's up? Can you see chat from the laptop, Josh?
Yes, I can. Hey, Prep for It, Lady Casca, Renee, Muzzle Flash. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, I know the commercials can be a pain in the butt. That's what happens when you get monetized. I mean, they're beneficial to the content creator, but you know, they're a pain in the butt. But well, I want to welcome everybody and all the moderators and whatnot in the chat.
Hey, Art.
So, oh, you said hey, Ark. Okay, sorry. So, Josh, the reason I wanted to bring you on the channel is because this is my first year of gardening, brother. And I'm assuming you have been doing it way longer than I have.
Yeah, I've done it all the way from the industrial scale on one of the largest Mormon church farms in northern Idaho to my yard now.
Okay. Now, what you got going on in the garden this year, if you like to share with us, folks?
Oh, all right. Last weekend, I put in all of my squash, my cantaloupes, my cucumbers. I've had in since the beginning of April. I've had cabbage, purple cabbage, Brussels sprouts, artichokes, radishes, greens, strawberries. I've planted 2 salsa gardens each one in a 3 foot by 3 foot area, so I can show you can make a salsa in 3 foot by 3 foot area. I've got 300 square feet of corn and 70 tomato plants.
Nice. Sweet corn, or are you doing some other type of corn, like
Sweet corn?
Sweet corn.
Yeah, sweet corn all the way.
I missed a bunch of people. Joe asked if you were in North Idaho.
No, that's where I grew up on the farm. I'm currently in Oklahoma right now.
Oklahoma. How is Oklahoma out there? You guys having any issues out there with
free as a bird, man? Free as a bird.
Can't beat that, brother. Can't beat that. So what I'm curious is okay. So I'm assuming you know what zone you're in. You know when it comes to gardening, right?
Yeah, I'm on the clef of zone 6, 6A, 6B. Sometimes I can plant. Sometimes I can plant early April, but then sometimes I gotta wait till after May 1st. It just depends. Like this year, I thought I had lost all of my starts, but they all pulled through, so that's good. Now that's why I have so many tomato plants right now.
My wife has everybody beat, it seems. She went crazy with the tomato plants this year. She had 51 to start. Now she's down to about, I don't know, 30 or so. She's been giving some to folks that could use it.
Yeah, of course. That's the fun part of it. It's the best way to start the community is, you know, the bartering system. If you get it going now, I mean, you don't have to worry about it later.
Ironically, that's what she told me too.
Right? Right now I'm trading eggs for mason jars. Just to let you know what I'm doing right now. I mean,
so you got chickens as well on the farm? Yeah,
I've got almost 70 chickens. I'm averaging 45 eggs a day right now.
That is awesome.
I've got meat rabbits. I'm got a set of 5 in the grow out right now, and fixing to breed next week. I've got geese that I've hatched in an incubator. I've got guinea fowl. I got 2 goats and a partridge in a pear tree.
That sounds awesome. So you said you're kind of like because you said you're technically a homesteader, but you have like a homesteading mindset to where you're at in the property that you're on.
Right. I would call myself a homesteader, but I probably don't fit the definition of one because I don't have the amount of land that a homesteader would have and all that. But my neighbor who's in the whole deal with me, he's completely off grid, 100% solar electric, 100% no water, no, you know, he lives pretty much off grid. So either way, anything happens, you know, we're good. And this all started. Let me go back to say how this all started for me recently. I got out of it when I was raising my kids because raising 2 sets of twin girls will take up a lot of your time. So when I decided to get back into it was due to my wife's failing health, and the best way to get the best food to put into her body was for me to grow it. It's out of necessity. And out of necessity breeds some of the best things in life. So here we are.
No, I agree with you. People have been asking me that too. And I tell everybody the food that you grow is going to be the most purest food that you can possibly consume versus going to the grocery store.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because you can go over to the organic shelf and you can pay an extra $1.50 a pound. What you're paying for is somebody to line the pot. I'm not being political right now, but to get an organic label, it's just paying off a politician to say that this chemical is considered organic. And you consider what it is, still a carcinogen.
Right. Well, I've been reading a lot about a lot of foods that you buy at the store in regards to the preservatives that they have into it, and which is killing your gut health. I've been digging into that and researching that. I'm not sure if you've ever come across that information as well, in regards to proper gut health and how it can affect your entire body, your mindset, your health, and everything.
Yeah, everything. You got to take care of where it starts, and that's where it starts. I know everybody thinks that's where it finishes, but that's how everything is absorbed into your body, is through your gut. And if your gut is not healthy, then your absorption rate is going to be lower. Your vitamin intake that you think you're doing all these supplements are helping you, when your gut's just not allowing it to even enter your body. So take care of the engine, and then the rest will follow.
Roger that. Some folks, I know some of you folks might think you see some buffering. Josh's feed it's not as sharp. This is one of Josh's. This is what, your second or third live stream?
Yeah, this is my very first ever being the focus of a live stream. I've been on panels before where we're kind of being raucous and stuff, but never being interviewed or anything. This is the first time I've ever been interviewed on.
Yeah, the spotlight is on Josh.
It's got to be a big spotlight.
But it's good. It's good to have you on, man. You've been extremely supportive of the channel. I've enjoyed you and Monty going at it. It's just been, it's just awesome. And so it's good to actually have a discussion with you, because I'm always intrigued by.
It's good that now everybody gets to put the name to the face. As much as that might give them nightmares tonight, my apologies. I grow great tomatoes.
Love it, man. Love it. What's up, Homestead Awesome? I'm probably missing a bunch of people. So, you guys know how I usually do this. You guys know I do when I'm doing the interviews, I kind of focus on the guests for a while, and then I'll go back to chat and answer some questions down the road after we're about a half hour in. And I see there's a lot of folks in there. And I want to say thank you for all being here.
I'm kind of making it a point. I'm making it a point not to see how many's watching right now. You don't have to say either. You don't.
All right, I'll save it for later. But we have a decent amount of folks in here, some good people in here, and prep for it. Let me know. You should be receiving your gift any day now, because I sent it out last week. And then I got Reese's. I emailed Reese's today, and all you other folks that won stuff last week. I have boxes and boxes here that I'm going to be taking to the mail. Hopefully the gas crisis doesn't affect the mail system just yet. But that being said, man, let's get back into gardening.
And Monty, I know you're listening. You're lucky. I had you.
Well, you said, what did Cherokee say here?
Whatever he said, it's from Cherokee Survival. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, you noticed that, Cherokee. I don't know how he does that all the time. Oh man. Where was I? So what I wanted to know is, like, how do folks, when you pre-plan your garden, right? Because this is issues that I'm having right now. I have all these different seeds and all these things I want to grow. How do you, for someone who's new to gardening, like, how do you, in your head, okay, this is one I want to grow, this is the amount of space I need. Like, how do you make all that happen without going nuts?
Well, it's the more experience you gain gardening, the more you can do. Like right now, the standard area around a tomato plant should be 36 inches. I'm planting mine every foot because I know how to do that and to take care of it and make it work. But when you're planting it out, everything, you got to look at what you're planting. It'll tell you a good time to plant it and when to plant it, and the legumes, they like cooler weather. It's just a lot of YouTube can tell you a lot, but it's just a lot of experience that you gain. I plant my garden a lot on rotation. What I had there last year, I try not to grow in the same spot. Like, if I want to grow tomatoes really good next year, I'm going to put them where I plant all of my green beans, because the green beans are going to put nitrogen back in the soil. So I'll rotate my tomatoes to where I put my beans where I have my corn, because they're such heavy feeders, and then move my corn down to where the tomatoes were that year. So it's just kind of a rotational thing that every year I just move it down a little bit to accommodate. But you got to also make sure you plant the right things so they can thrive in that environment.
No, that makes sense. I'm having some issues right now. She's been doing research. She figured out what's wrong is because it's hot as heck in Florida. The spinach. Spinach.
It's tough.
Huh?
That's tough.
The spinach during the day, just the little leaflings and stuff, they're about, 3 inches high. They just kind of fall over and like, we're dying. And then at night they're like, yay. But come to find out, like that 70 to 75 degree weather. So we're going to put them in a shaded area over by the garden that's above ground, or whatever you want to call that, the garden box thingy.
Yeah. That and you can get shade cloth for them. I mean, stick an umbrella in the raised bed so they get shade more. It's as simple as that. You don't have to go crazy and build some, you see a lot of people building elaborate structures. Just put them where you don't think that a plant like that would grow. Like a tomato, you'd like never put a tomato in a corner of your house by your porch, but I've got 4 raised beds that see sunlight 4 hours a day. And I can grow lettuces year round right there.
Nice. What's working for us in our favor is we have a 20-foot tall mango tree that's giving the raised garden shade.
Yep.
So it's working out well because the temperature there is, it keeps it about 15 to 20 degrees lower. What's up, Keto? What's up, Jess?
Hey, Jess.
Not a problem. Better late than never, as they say. So yeah, I'm learning as I go, and then learning from folks like yourself how to do certain things and whatnot.
It's really not that complicated. People, a lot of the focus goes on the plant, when the focus really needs to be on the soil. It's kind of like your gut. We focus on the vitamins and the nutrients in the food that we're putting into our body, but you got to focus on the soil. If you build a better foundation, no matter what you put there, it'll do better. And the soil is a living organism, and if the soil's dead, you have to put everything into it to make it grow, which is how organic gardening is done. They don't spray the plants, but they sterilize the soil. When you sterilize the soil, you cure everything. Everything dies in an organic field. And then they just don't spray the plants because they don't need to, because they've already killed it. So if you have a living soil, your plants will thrive.
Yeah, we also we started this year. I don't know if you do it or not. We have red wigglers, and she has a big container, and she's been feeding the worms to get the casings and build that up.
Yep. I don't per se have them, but I turn them loose in my yard all the time after I go fishing.
Awesome. There we have a lot of folks in chat that have a lot of they're shouting out stuff, because someone said, what was it, Jam in the Nut House said, maybe try Malabar, Egyptian, or strawberry spinach, super heat tolerance.
Yeah.
Now, you do composting as well, Josh?
I'm started this year composting, but last year I just turned my chickens loose for the whole winter inside my garden. This year I'm going to start saving all of the compost now that I've got goats and they're creating more hay and more green matter. Since I'm urban, the green matter was hard to find. But now that I've got the goats and I'm providing more structure for the compost pile, I'm going to be building a pallet system within the next 2 weeks.
That's awesome, brother. Now, I know when we first started talking a while back, you had just gotten that one goat. Now you got the second goat, correct?
Yep. Got a little female dwarf Nigerian.
That's awesome.
Got the prettiest blue eyes on the planet.
Yeah, I had to say that they were actually pretty cute, man. Is there any reason specifically why you chose to have some goats on your property?
Well, 2 reasons. You can milk them. They don't cost as much as a cow, and they only get as big as a Labrador Retriever. So it's kind of it really is going to help me not mow my lawn, what lawn I do have.
That's awesome. Hey, what's up, Sherry Phoenix, Gene W, Creative Redundancy, Muzzle Flash, Green Thumb, in case I did miss any of you folks. And Green Thumb, we were supposed to do something ages ago, man, but you had disappeared on me, man. We'll have to get you on the channel soon enough.
I'm glad he didn't come up before me. I don't need anybody else making me look bad. You had Prepper Nurse 1 on last week or the week before, and now me. I mean, you're going to go downhill from here. You know that, right?
And people ask me that all the time. You know, I get emails like, "Hey man, do I have to be a big channel?" I'm like, no, not at all. I'm an equal. I don't know. I say equal person, but I'm the type of person that you can. Like I said, when I interviewed Mother Prepper, she didn't even barely have a YouTube. I think she had a video up. I find people that have good content that I think have valuable information that I like to share with folks and bring them up on the channel, regardless of the size of the channel. You know, that's how I feel about it, because that's, you know, listening to you in chat, that's what drew me in by what you were talking about and the knowledge that you were doing.
I'm having trouble, you know, when you get experience and knowledge and it builds, and me trying to tell you, you know, like, what makes your tomatoes green? The dirt. I just know it's just experience. I don't know the right words, and I get all tongue twisted and everything. I'll get through it, but
Five Virgins purposes. Pick me. I should have some.
If I was living in your area, I would definitely have some miniature citrus trees for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You can grow them on your porch. I mean,
like
I could think of a lot of things I would be growing down there, because I mean, we talk about vitamin C and getting it from here, like all that citrus you could be growing in your backyard. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, currently we have the mango. We have the mango, the avocado, and we're gonna probably pick up a lemon and a limes, because they have some good starter ones. You know, about 2 foot tall.
Yeah,
minis. I'm gonna grab some of those, and I'm starting. The blackberry is doing really well. Surprisingly, it's taken off. Strawberry is a little bit more complex around here, at least for me. I've read into it a little bit more, but that's the main reason. That's another reason I want elderberry, because elderberry can grow here 11 months out of the year.
Yeah. So see, I have a climate that is great for growing the first 2 months of the growing season, and then the last 2 months, and the 3 months in between is Florida. I mean, it's 105 with 80% humidity, and everything suffers.
Wow, you guys get those temperatures out there as well, huh?
Oh yeah, we get it gets really humid and hot. At that time, that's when you're thinking about the tomatoes are struggling and everything, and you got to notice when a plant is struggling to quit trying. You know, it's not a human. When it's struggling and its production is slow, get it out there and get something else on the ground. I'll pull all of my determinate tomatoes out around July, middle of July, and slap okra in the ground, because okra loves the heat. So it's a trade-off.
Yeah, the okra I know grows well down here as well because of the heat.
Yeah, they love it.
I've been pondering doing some beans. I got to dig more into it before I start germinating beans, because I heard they grow really quick.
Yeah, do it. I would look into growing it when you start your cool season, because you'll probably be able to grow them year round down there. They'll take a freeze.
Yeah, this year alone, I think we might have top. I don't want to say top out, but top whatever you want to call it. I think as cold as we got was probably about 37, 38 for a day or two.
Yeah, you should think about growing, like where I think about growing my legumes and everything. The first, trying to get it out really early and maybe hit a couple frosts, but it'll be okay. You could plant it all winter and it would be fine. I mean, that's when you're going to do a lot of your stuff that you're trying to grow now, like the lettuces and stuff. It ain't going to work. I mean, because it's struggling. Like I was saying, plant them in the winter, plant them in Thanksgiving weekend, plant all your greens, and then your summer concentrate on tomatoes, peppers, okras, corns, and the stuff that loves the heat. And then you can maximize your space by doing it that way. You can grow more of the same thing and then succession plant with stuff you don't have yet.
That's good advice, to be honest with you, because I didn't even think about that. Because I know it's Swiss chard. I have some Swiss chard seeds that I wanted to throw in there, but I might wait for that then.
Yeah, I will tell you what. Swiss chard's been my nemesis the past 2 years. I've done starts, I've done direct sowing, and I always get a stretch of 3 or 4 90-degree days that just kill it. So they don't like heat at all. They much prefer a frost before you know, heat.
Interesting. I know we got where I know some people do this, but it's a huge thing. I think it grows to almost 16 foot tall. I don't know, but it's a sunflower. I got only one because it's monster. It's
well, I will. I'll tell you what. I saved sunflower seeds. I got mammoth 12-foot tall sunflower seeds. I'll send you.
All right, that's awesome.
And they grew in my climate, so they're climatized with high heat, humidity. They should do fine down there. I'll send you some of my okra seeds too that I saved from last year.
I appreciate that, brother. Truly do. Yeah. So basically, so that makes sense. You know why I've been watching it because I forget what she has. She has some other like leafy greens going on there. One is doing okay. It's coming up relatively well, but some of them are struggling and some of them didn't pop at all.
And what you're not seeing in the plant structures is the heat breaking down the sweetness of the plant and making it bitter. So it's going to make you think that, man, why am I growing lettuce? It don't taste right. But when you plant it and it doesn't see those 80-degree days too often, it becomes sweeter. Like when your tomatoes are done this spring or whenever your tomatoes are done, pull them out, plant beets, rutabagas, that type of stuff. And by the time fall rolls around your area, you'll be having, winter, all kinds of winter beets and winter stuff like that. Cause they turn a lot better after the cold. If it gets cold, if you get a 30-degree night, 35-degree night, that's when it's best to harvest your beets and your beetroots and stuff like that.
Well, you're definitely going to help me throughout this year. We'll be texting each other. Where is it? Was Fishes? If you look under every single one of my videos, Fishes is my P.O Box. I tell a lot of folks that anybody who wants to send me anything, even postcards. I'm trying to start a postcard collection, folks. I want a postcard from everywhere in the U.S. and everywhere in the world. People that are watching from abroad, I want to get postcards from you folks. I know I
got you on that too. Believe it or not, I got a buddy that's an in-flight mechanic. Man, I've got shot glasses from Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
For real.
And I got some from South Korea. I'll start having him pick up postcards when he travels.
But yeah, that'd be pretty cool because I want to just show folks as they come in through the P.O. Box. I check it once a week, and I want to show folks the postcards or anything that someone sends. And if you ever send something you don't want me to show on the channel, that's fine. You could always just let me know ahead of time. But I just like to get interactive with you folks. Thanks, Harvey, for posting that, man.
Well, it's almost 30 minutes in, and I'm not dead, so this is good. We're doing good.
See, man, it's chugging along. Like I said, I think we have a good chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, it's just me trying to. If I could just talk about gardening, we're fine. But it's the whole YouTube thing. I know a lot of people think because I don't put out a lot of videos, it's just like he must not be doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing because I don't have time.
Work.
And it's raining. Usually when I'm out there working, it's raining. It's the rainy season here, and I can't have my phone and everything out there, and then I forget. Get playing with the grandkid, staring at my new goats. I know it's crazy, but you do it. All right. You'll sit there and stare at that little thing for hours going, this is awesome.
Fishes. I don't know how you would ship a rabbit or no, was that Fishes that said it? No, that wasn't. It's five virgins. I have a backyard. I could put the rabbit in.
You buy an animal crate and you buy a ticket for it on the airplane and you can fly it. Just like shipping.
Really? That's crazy. What's up, Charlie and on Ghost Wolf? Good to see you. And Charlie, I haven't received back to you. I know you wanted to come on the channel, man. Reach out to me, brother. we're tag teaming it. But Charlie, I got your last email. Whenever you want to set that up, man, just let me know, man. I will set something up with you. You're a phenomenal person.
Bee charming. I want bees so bad, but I live in a mobile home park, and I could just see some really pissed off parents if I put a beehive in my house by my house. That's another reason I gotta get out of here. I mean, it's very small, and I got a lot of land, but I mean, to me, it's a lot. If I had to plant a whole 1 acre garden, it'd probably kill me. But because I still work 60, 70 hours a week as a machinist, and I work the second shift, so it's insane to try to find time to get out there.
Yeah, damn, you and Mark are on the same page, huh, brother?
Yeah, me and Mark. When he said he's a machinist, I'm like, me and Mark are gonna hit it off. We're gonna be talking stuff in chats. Everybody's looking like, what are they talking about? But it's gonna be fun.
Hold on, someone. Let me look at the calendar. He said May 17th. Ghost Wolf, I will email you, brother. And let me see, what day is May 17th on? I can't even see it. That's a Monday. Should be
awesome,
fine.
Doc. Thank you, man. That's cool. Thanks for supporting Grey's channel. That's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Doc Mac. That being said, I can run that banner for you folks. Josh already knows what's up for the Super Chat of the Month giveaway for this month. Monty took it in the bag this time. But if you guys don't know about the Super Chat of the Month, go watch what was it, last Thursday when I did that thing. That was pretty cool. And I plan on trying to expand on that. I want to do some good things for you folks and give back to the people that do the Super Chats, because you guys help support the channel. You guys go above and beyond, as well as you members out there. And I'm struggling with the members because I know I need to put some content out there other than the giveaway that I did. So I'm going to probably do some behind the scenes footage, but it's like you, Josh. I get stuck between, having 2 jobs plus YouTube and having a family. So it gets complicated. But
I mean, don't worry about, the members section will come along. You'll find the time to do it. I mean, you found time to hang out with Rolling on Tuesdays. So, you should probably be able to find time to make a video for us. No.
Yeah, no, I hear you, brother. I hear you. I lost a couple of members. I don't know who I lost. It's hard to see. I don't know. I had 44 members. I think I'm down to 40. I don't know who went where or whatever. But it's part of it. It's part of it, man. Maybe they were unhappy not winning the giveaway. Who knows? You can't make everybody happy, as they say.
I've been on YouTube probably for 5 or 6 years as like a moderator, just in chats. I didn't start a channel like a little over a year ago. And then now, so the whole thing to videoing is new to me. I can make my way around a YouTube chat, and there's a lot of people in there that know that. And just the whole filming thing and everything, I really feel like a dork sitting here talking to my phone out in the garden. It's like, this is the last place I want to look at my phone is in my garden, but I got to start doing it more.
Yeah, it is weird. When I'm out in the woods by myself, and I'm always wondering if there's anybody happens to be coming across, and people have come across me before. It's weird. They're like, look at this guy. He has cameras everywhere. He's wearing a pack. He's fully geared up. Where's he going?
Right. But hey, if Angry Prepper could walk around New York like that, I should be able to walk around BFE Oklahoma like that.
Red Burning Fires, truly appreciate for you joining the Grey family. Thank you so much for that, Red Burning Fires. And like Josh said, I'm going to put some content for you guys, some member-only good stuff, because other than doing the Super Chat of the Month giveaway, I want to do something for the members every once in a while. And members
maybe the members could help you out. Maybe we could send in video clips for like tips of the week or something for the members. Maybe that could help you out a little bit. That's
actually a great idea, Josh. That is a great idea.
I could send in a tip about something about gardening or something about goats or something about, put it all together and make a video or something about it. I don't know how y'all do that, editing stuff.
That's the second time I've joined. Don't know why. Did YouTube boot you out or something? I know YouTube does weird stuff with it all the time, because I've seen some people where it says rejoined. Sometimes, depending on the way you set your thing up, it can do some weird stuff.
I just looked at myself on camera. Man, I look nervous as hell.
Now, I did forget that we're at the 35-minute mark, folks. So if you guys do have questions and you want to put Josh on the spot, now's the time to put him in all caps and ask Josh some questions in regards to some questions.
You ain't gonna put me on the spot. Trust me.
Hey, at least you're saving some money tonight, Josh. You and Monty ain't going at it back and forth.
My wife's right next to me, Grey. Will you stop, please? You're killing me, son.
That's great.
It's in your head. Stop that. Get out of here.
If I can make a suggestion, read and respond to the lovely folks in your chat. Stephanie Love. Stephanie, I don't know if you're new to the channel or whatnot. The first half hour, I concentrate on my guest. And then now, like I just stated, the next half hour, I concentrate on chat and questions for from you folks in the chat.
Okay, I see Doc Mac asked the question, how do you water in our summer heat? In Oklahoma, what I do, I'm running all drip lines. It's a complete drip irrigation. Every plant's going to have its own drip. That way I don't have to worry about overhead watering, because overhead watering on an 85-degree day in the humidity, your tomatoes are going to get blight within a week. So water from below. Everything's going to have its own watering system. That's how I do it. Raised beds, it's really easy. You can go to Home Depot and buy a kit for raised beds, and it'll have everything you need to start a small raised bed garden for watering.
Thanks, Monty.
That's not right.
Thanks, Monty, for this super chat. He did say it feels like cheating. All right. So we got Cherokee with a question. Josh, how you grow eggplant?
In the dirt. So see, there I go again. No, what I do, I don't start eggplant from seeds because I don't know much about them. I've grown them 3 years in a row now, and I've come to find out that the fingerling eggplants do the best. The big ones, they tend to draw a lot more insects. So I'll plant a big eggplant like a Ichiban or something like that, and as a sacrificial plant, let's say, and then I'll have 4 or 5 fingerling plants that produce faster fruit. The insects don't have time to get to them. But they like just the same soil as okra, tomatoes, peppers, you know, good nitrogen, middle of the road pH, and you'll be fine.
Next question is from Shawnee. She says, do you top off pepper plants?
No, I don't prune peppers a lot. I mean, the hail does it for me. I do a lot of trimming on indeterminate tomatoes. A little bit, very little on determinate. I'll trim the bottoms off so nothing's touching the ground. Don't let nothing touch the ground. I might experiment with trimming up some peppers, but I haven't ever done it. But I have had my whole garden get impaled with hail 2 years ago. So I had some really weird plants that year. I mean, they were growing in ways I didn't realize you could grow, but.
All right. Next question for you, Josh, is from Keto Homestead with Jess. She said, I was late, Josh. What animals do you raise?
Hey, Jess, I raise chickens, goats, rabbits, guineas, and geese. Children. What else do I got? That's it.
Wanting some quail.
I want to do quail and I want to get a pig, but I can't do it here.
All right. Next question is from Rena LaRue. Josh, do you single stem your tomatoes?
Depends on how they're growing. If I feel like the soil can do it without having to overfeed them, I'll go double or triple. It all depends what the plant is telling me. If the plant is struggling to get where I want it to be at a certain time, I'll single stem it and let it and do it that way. My indeterminate Romas and everything, last year, all of my Romas, I know I'm going to catch flack for this one. I didn't even cage them. I just let them grow on the ground. And everybody's like, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I'm like, you realize that 1,000-acre tomato farm in California, they don't have tomato cages out there. There's nothing supporting them plants. They grow on the ground.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question is from B Charming. Can you grow sweet potatoes in a pot of a large size?
I don't have a lot of experience with sweet potatoes because I only eat them once a year. So I've never really grown them. I'm sure you can, just like anything else. It just takes dirt. The plant don't know it's in a pot. You see what I'm saying? You can grow anything anywhere. The plant doesn't understand that it's in a pot as long as you give everything in that pot that the plant needs.
All right. Next question is from Ark Wildman Survival. Josh, how many goats are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for 2 bucks and 3 does at the end of it all. And that should produce enough to help pay for everything they'll need and give me plenty of milk for experimenting with making soaps. And that's the kind of stuff I want to get into. And, fresh milk, cheese.
Right,
so I'm shooting for fun.
All right, brother. Next question is from Karen Tomure. How do you preserve your crop?
Freezing and canning. I freeze what I can and then can what I freeze.
If that rolls off the tongue nicely.
Right. And everybody gets overwhelmed with that. They think that they have to, if they got this big garden, that they've got to can everything when it's coming off the plant. You don't. You just blanch it, throw it in the freezer, and then in the winter or whenever, when you're less busy, start your canners up and start canning for a couple days, and you'll stay ahead of it. Don't act like it's overwhelming. You can throw it in the freezer; it'll be all right. If there's no freezer, gotta can it.
Makes sense. All right. Next question is from 5 Virgins Prepper. Josh, do you use pesticide? My honeybees are gone.
No.
No, not. I really try not to. I'll just rip a diseased plant out before I'll start trying to kill a bunch of bugs. It's not worth it because it's just not worth it. I'll use some Dawn dish soap and pepper powder is about the extent of it. I mean,
And oranges.
Orange peels will keep a lot of bugs out. Then I interplant with really the things that the bugs don't like marigolds, basil, mint, sage. Like my whole front of my tomatoes is an herb garden with my peppers. It's got all of my herbs, and then along the whole side is nothing but basil.
Keeps the bugs away.
Yeah, and I've got about 40 marigolds that are going around my tomatoes.
And I want to apologize. I'm going through these questions, folks, but I do see chat, and I'll answer some questions as I see them as well. Next question is from Prep For It. Josh, what plants are the best to grow in sandy soil?
In sandy soil, whoo. I mean, like I said, as long as the nutrients there, you can grow anything in it. I mean, a succulent, a cactus. It's best to amend sandy soil to, if I had really sandy soil, what I would do personally is lasagna bed it. I would cardboard down. I would throw cardboard down, then get a good compost, and then do that for a couple years. And then in a couple years, you won't realize you have sandy soil. You'll just be able to do what you need to do.
I can add to this myself. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes will grow in Florida soil, the sand. I was shocked when I found that out.
Root crops would go in because it drains good. Yeah, root crops would be great in sandy soil. Carrots would probably go good there too.
We got carrots as well in the ground. All right. Next question is from Zane. Do you grow any microgreens? And if so, which ones?
I haven't grown microgreens. I've got microgreen starter kits though that I want to try out. Well, hold on a second. Let me back up. I don't grow microgreens per se, but when I'm out in the garden, I eat everything that's out there. If I see a radish green, I'll eat a radish green. I mean, I just don't grow it specifically to call it a microgreen. But I eat all the greens small. I overplant just for that reason, especially my radishes. I overseed my radishes hard, so I can go out there and harvest the tops when I want to. Like a spring salad or something like that.
That's awesome. Next question is from Homestead Oz, all the way from Australia. Josh, do you have solar, electric fence, or grid?
My house is on grid, and the guy that helps me with my farm is off grid. He's got wind turbines and solar.
All right. Next question is from Big Bear Preps. What can't you transplant from a greenhouse from start?
What if like plant don't know it's in a greenhouse? If you can grow, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Plants don't understand that. You can do anything from a greenhouse, depending on what time of year it is. Maybe I don't understand the question.
It just says, what can't you transplant from a greenhouse from start? Big Bear Preps, if you want to clarify on the next one, I'll catch you as I'm going through these questions. Heather P, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. Anybody who ever wants to send me seeds is truly appreciated, because the seeds that I get from you folks out there are way better than you would get at the store.
For sure.
I know this chat's going to jump on me when I'm doing this, but let me see here. What's the next question?
Oh, dangerous. Yeah, I'm trying, man. That chat's going by so fast, and it's kind of delays, kind of messing my brain up. So I want to answer questions, and I'm like, I better wait.
All right. Northern Girl Hobbies has a question. What do you do for powdery mildew?
I fight it as long as I can, removing the branches. And when it gets too much, I just pull the plant out and start over. Because usually that'll start. You can get ahead of the powdery mildew just by keeping the plants off the ground, or if like a squash or that's on the ground, try to get the water from below. If you can get the water from below, the powdery mildew will stave off for a long time.
Remove your soil.
All right. Thanks, Josh. Next
Yeah,
question.
I don't try to use a lot of chemicals and stuff. You know, I just plant it, and if it makes it, it makes it. I trim a lot of disease away. I watch for disease, and the main thing is overplant, because you know you're going to lose some. And then if you see a plant that's struggling with powdery mildew, take it out. Just take it out, and then you'll have room to plant some greens there, or you know.
Right on. Next question is from Shani Shava. I can never say your last name, Shani. Do you make any organic liquid fertilizer?
Yes, I use rabbit tea. I use chicken. I just let my chickens go in my garden all winter, and then I use all of my rabbit droppings and everything to make teas and direct fertilizer with that.
Hey, what's up, Brian? Five Virgin says, how big is your garden, Josh?
My garden is about 85 feet by 100 feet. And then I've got 3 15-foot long by 3-foot wide raised bed areas.
Wow, we are way behind. My question disappeared. Lady Casca, you're more than welcome to ask it again. Making sure I'm not missing anything. So I do apologize for the awkward silence. Okay, here we go. Is this? Hold on. I think this is from Cherokee Survival. Josh, have you did your study on soap? Yes or no question?
Nope. Sure haven't.
Hey, at least you're honest, brother.
I mean, but I'm also a machinist. I can't work on a car very well either, but I can build the engine block. So I don't, you know what I mean? I could figure it out. Pretty sure. I'll watch YouTube.
Hey, Latina Prepper. Just saw you pop in there. Northern Girl Hobbies thinks she lost all her herbs this winter.
Oh,
Let me see. Next question. Because we were getting lots of questions. Yeah, cactuses do grow in dirt. All right. Here's a radish growing. Voodoo Queen Herbalism says carrots, potatoes, radishes grow in sandy soil. Now at the beginning of the season. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Ginger Preps asking, Josh, do you diagram lay out your garden out in the beginning of the season?
Kinda. I have an idea because of the rotational crop from the year before where I would like things. And this is where Rolling will understand what I'm about to say. I have a machinist eye, so I don't measure stuff out. And I proved it to everybody in my family this year. They said, you know, we did a 3-foot by 3-foot grid on tomatoes, and then so I can interplant later. And nobody believed that it was 3 foot. I was with plus or minus a half an inch on every plant, just because what I do for a living.
Hey, things come in handy, you know.
Yeah, and it all depends what I had there the year before. I try to rotational everything. That's the best way to keep the ground happy.
Green Thumb Prepper, thank you. He said this is a great live. Truly appreciated, brother.
Thanks, Green Thumb.
And if I missed it, Homestead Oz, you guys take care. I know it's daytime there, and you guys got things to do. All right, Milo has a question. I have them here. What do you think about prickly pear cactus? I don't know if that's a question for you or just a question in general.
I eat prickly pear cactus all the time. My wife's half Hispanic, so she loves cactus. We eat cactus all the time. We go down to the store down in Tulsa, and we get prickly pear all the time.
yes.
It might not be prickly pear like you're talking. We probably eat the tops, but we eat the cactus that they sell down there. We couldn't grow a cactus out here. It's too humid. They'd explode. I had an aloe vera plant rip open on me trying to grow an aloe vera plant outside.
Do stuff with Nikki. I do. I don't know why there's so many lives, but you know, find where you find the best useful information at, or multi-stream. I sometimes when I'm not doing a live, I'll have 2 or 3 screens up to try to catch up what's going on and find what I really enjoy. Because sometimes it could be a live about nothing, or sometimes there's a live with pertinent information. Like I think this is great information from Josh. Personally, that's my own opinion on it. Because I know there's a lot of folks that just are going live left and right now, and it's hard to know who's going when. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. Hey, Dangerous. Melon and prickly pear jelly. Prickly pear jelly, that sounds tasty.
Okay, now I have a question. What are you supposed to do with your hands when you're being interviewed? I'm still trying to figure this out 50 minutes in. These things.
That's why I usually keep water, coffee, keeps both of my hands. Plus I have my mouse in my other hand, so that keeps me busy.
You have your what in your other hand?
Well,
My mouse. There we go.
Oh, mouse. Oh.
Not that.
I didn't know what your nickname for it was. I just got to assume the worst.
Oh, Lord. All right. I know I probably missed something that sometimes this thing will jump on you. Everybody's saying hi.
Thanks,
up?
Nikki.
Those are tasty. Smash that like button. Thank you so much, Green Thumb Prepper. Other folks have said it as well. Lady Casco, what's the crying eyes for? What happened? Let us know. What? Here we go. Here's a question from Doc Mac. What do you use for natural repellents? I don't use anything but nets. Would like to know. Man, that was complicated.
Dawn dish soap and any kind of cayenne, and interplanting with marigolds and beneficial plants that the insects don't like to go around. And now, yeah, all my raised beds have row covers, so I'll cover up all my brassicas that I have out there. When it starts getting about 80 or so, normally I'll just cover them all up with the row cover.
Hey, what's up, Colin? Next question is from Heather P. Do you have to stake broccoli? My first year doing them.
If they get big enough, you will, but normally they'll support themselves. But I mean, if you have a good place, they grow great, and you can be surprised. Yeah, you might have to. So I'd be prepared to do it and just watch it. If you have high winds and it's 3.5 feet off the ground, you might want to tie it down.
Do stuff with Nikki. I truly appreciate that. Thanks so much. All right. Doc Mac, I use towel, Kincaid. I talk with my hands. Yeah, I used to do that sometimes when I'm doing my videos. And then I notice that then I'm knocking and smashing my mic all over the place and making all kinds of crazy noises. Northern Girl Hobbies said, and it just jumped on me, of course, because I came up across it. Where'd it go? Anyways, Northern Girl Hobby said you're doing a great job.
Thanks. I keep feeling like why would anybody want to watch me? I can't get that out of my head every time I'm doing something like this.
You have great knowledge, brother.
Yeah, tell my daughters that.
I have that same issue. I think, oh, hold on. Here's another question from Life with Bobby. I thought we almost were caught up. How do you protect plants from squirrels?
12 gauge. Great squirrel recipes. That's how I do it.
Yeah. Tree rats taste.
It's almost impossible, but it's like a disease. You can treat it just like a disease on a plant. Overplant. Plant something on your perimeter, they'll go to first. Sacrifice a packet of lettuce seeds out somewhere where they'll go first. It's just, orange peels might help a little bit, but I would just overplant, plant something they can get to before they get to your garden to deter them, and then when they're sitting there eating it, you decapitate them and then put them in a stew.
Yeah, Prep for it says, Josh, you're doing great. You need to come on my live stream sometime.
Yeah, Prep for it's awesome. She was on my very first. I did a live stream, believe it or not. I don't know if you knew this. I did one. I was horrible, but she come up and she really talked me through it and calmed me down a little bit. And
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm Tasha. Tasha, I don't know if you know how to do this yet. I'm talking to Prep for it, aka the Oily Prepper. When you get your K-bar, your Becker BK2, and you do a video about that, because I know you had said something about doing a video, in the bottom of your description, put at GreyMan Prepping, and it should pop up. This only works with folks that have like 1,000 subscribers or more, and it'll actually pull them up and it'll let me know that you did a video, so I know to go check that out and show you some love. Okay. Here we go. Laura Larson, Josh, would you eat city squirrels?
Yeah.
I have two.
I see. I'm gonna go to the side of the things that, you know. I'll be personal because people like it when you're personal on here. It's what I've been told. I've been hungry before. My family has been hungry before, and when you're hungry, you'll eat anything, and you will. A squirrel is. I mean, it's just, if you haven't been there, you don't know what I'm saying. GreyMan's probably been there, where you're hungry and it doesn't matter. If you can catch it, you're gonna eat it. Lizard, snake, rat, it don't care. Your hunger will drive you to eat city squirrel, city pigeon. Pigeon's really good, actually. We make it a point to hunt them out here, but out in the city, you feed them breadcrumbs.
If you get hungry enough, you're starving, you will eat dang near everything.
Yeah, but the whole point of all of this is we can sustain ourselves and watch the city squirrels. I love having squirrels as pets. When I lived in a smaller area, I love it when they come down. I don't chase the ones that are around my house. I actually go out and hunt them where they have a not so much fair chance, but either way.
You want to hear something crazy, Josh? I rescued 2 squirrels, and now they live in my house. They were baby little squirrels, and now they live in my house.
Am I traumatizing you right now with this squirrel talk? I'll stop. I'm sorry.
No, I mess with my daughter all the time and said, if you know things hit the fan, we're gonna have to eat those guys.
Well, here's the thing: is like they asked me that when I bought my female goat. Are you planning on raising any of this for me? I'm like, look at it. The mama weighs like 50 pounds, and then I start looking into their eyes. I'm like, I couldn't eat one of these. I couldn't. I couldn't raise something that cute and then destroy it. They're going to live long, healthy lives. The baby, I'm not going to eat any of my goats. I'm just not.
Cherokee Survival says, my question, Gardner, what cactus good for health? Cherokee Survival.
Peyote. Peyote's really good. If you can find that. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. No, don't do that. You'll have to do research. I don't do much on cactuses, but any Nepali cactus is a well-eaten cactus, so you have to do some research on that one.
Oh man,
mainly because cactuses take 500 years to grow, and I've got 5 months.
What's up, Wildman 307 Outdoors? I like seeing some of the new names in chat because the channel is definitely growing, and I love to see some of the new folks pop in, man. It's truly good to see you guys in chat. I truly appreciate that, folks. What a life with Bobby. I should get a dog. My cats probably wouldn't like me for a while, then completely lose my bed to the pests. Yeah.
My cat just jumped up on the bed and is really wanting me to come and see him, but I'm not going to.
What's up, Prepper 101? Have you ever in chat and watched some of the stuff that Prepper 101 says?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
love some of the stuff that he says. Oh man.
You should see me in chat when I'm in a mood. Yeah. I've only been blocked on one channel, so it's not that bad.
All right, Keita, go get some rest. It's been a long day, I can imagine. Food security. Exactly, Harvey. Oh, yeah. So Northern Girl, you talking about the squirrels? I didn't want them to die. And there was a lady who had them, and she was feeding them Cheez-Its. So I had to save these squirrels from a deranged person. So I took them in, and I feel bad. I don't want to let them go because of the fact that I don't think they can survive outside of that because they're so used to being fed and whatnot. But they live a fat, healthy life. They're fat little monster squirrels now. Oh, chat just jumped on me, of course. A lot of folks in chat, man. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. GreyMan, again, hurry up and get prepared. Time is running out. I
want to address a comment that S-More just made. It says, don't make friends with your food. If it's raised for food, treat it well, but don't love it.
Oh, I see that one.
Disagree. I love all of my animals. Even if I plan on eating them, I love them. Because in loving them, I'll give them the best life that they have. They have to have their best life. And whether I decide to eat them or not, they're going to live their best life.
Exactly, Vicious. I was like, I had to get him out of there. I didn't want to see those things suffer. Northern Girl, I've thought about it. I think Mark has had the pleasure of seeing them. He called me via FaceTime, and I was walking around my house, and I showed him. I said, "Check this out, Mark," and I showed him the squirrels.
Wait, dudes do the FaceTiming thing? Like 2 dudes, grown men do it? I thought that was girls. Like,
2 grown men, man. It's just like what we're doing here.
well, no, this is live streaming. That, live, not, FaceTiming.
Well, it's a messenger or whatnot. He was calling me on Messenger before I just said, we can just go backstage and have a chat. But I guess it's mobile. You can kind of run around with it.
Yeah. I do it all the time. I'm just giving you guff. We can do it now, and I'll give you garden tips when you have a question.
Roger that.
You can FaceTime me anytime, Gray.
We can chit chat all night.
Yay.
Oh, man, this is fun. Happy animal's a tasty animal.
That's right.
Let me see, Pantry Mama, what'd you say? Squirrels are as bad as mice. They are terrible. 16 strawberry plants, and we got it. You're right, Pantry Mama, or Mama. Am I saying that right? Because in the past, squirrels have a way of destroying stuff. Wild squirrels can do some crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, they can be a pest. I understand that. Hold on, here we go. Doc Mac, do you dry your peppers
Yes.
can or freeze them?
I do all of it. I pickle my jalapenos. What I love to do with them is I'll take them and put them all in my smoker, a few pounds in my smoker, and smoke them, and then grind them up as a pepper shake.
Oh, man.
I missed that one.
Where was it at? Prepper 101 said prepping is odd when 2 dudes FaceTime each other while in the shower.
Only if you take your socks off. You keep your socks on, everything's allowed. That's what I've been told.
Do stuff with Nikki. You said I'm not happy. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, Gary ain't happy. Oh, Gary. Okay, gotcha. I thought I said Gray. I'm like, I feel happy.
There's no way the trolls should show up tonight when I can't be in there to smash them. That would be way unfair.
Muzzle Flash says, is pickling another good way to store excess produce?
Yes, pickling is awesome. Fermenting. I want to really get into the fermenting stuff, so I'm going to probably try to learn along with you about the whole cabbage thing and fermenting that into sauerkraut. Yeah, pickling. I love taking cauliflower, the cauliflower blend, they call it the California blend, and pickling that with jalapenos and serranos and making the spicy pickled vegetables with it.
Nice. Here's another question. Kincaid Outdoors, or Colin, as he prefers to be called. What kind of food dehydrator do you use?
I use just the little round one with about 5 tiers on it. You buy it, Wally World.
Okay.
I don't have the big fancy like freeze dryers or anything like that.
Yeah, I think there's like the Legacies. I think those are the top, some of the top ones out there.
Yeah. You can dry your herbs with several box fans and cheesecloth.
I think Colleen might have asked the same question. Do you dehydrate your foods also? I think you answered that, right?
Yeah.
Be Charming says pickled okra.
Yes. I had my kids try some spicy pickled okra for the first time, and they love it. And I'm going to make what they call dilly beans. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's pickled spicy green beans.
You don't have to make it
so they're not the mushy green beans like when you can it. They're crisp like a pickle, but they taste spicy like garlic, dill.
Oh, okay. Where was I at? Fishy said you're doing a great job. Nesco, Milo said it's the Nesco. He says he got one.
Yes, Harvey Black.
That's I was gonna click on it, but I figured you saw it.
No, yeah, I mean, here's the deal with that. And this is just a testament to me. This is not me telling anybody what to do. But in the past 7 months, my wife's had a stroke, beat breast cancer, and had a heart attack. And when we found out she had breast cancer, I mean, she was already on it as medicinal for other stuff. And her doctor said that it sure doesn't hurt that she was doing it. It slowed the. She didn't attribute it to that because they haven't done the studies, but she knows the difference between people that do it and people that don't, and the progression. And it's probably what helped it. We caught it early, and she was cured in 6 months.
S. Moore uses he uses the big ass Cabela's dehydrator, as he puts it.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to do something, I can fire my smoker up and I can hold, 150 pounds of vegetables in there if I need to.
Some pretty interesting information. Do stuff with Nikki says, y'all know if you have a diabetic in the family or blood sugar issues, you split okra, put it in water overnight, drink the water, great for blood sugar.
Oh, wow. Really?
I am diabetic, so that's a great tip.
That's a good tip.
See, you always learn something in here, man. And I was a diabetic for most of the time myself. Look who it is.
Kate, my wife is fine. You can hear her in the background. She's talking. She's alive and well.
What's up, T-Bolt?
Sorry about that.
You're bad to be sorry, babe.
Yeah, no problem.
We're all having fun. We are all friends here.
I know.
This is one great, wonderful community.
Yes, it is.
I like learning.
Except for Monty.
I like learning. So it's nice to learn. It's nice to share.
I missed it. That's what I was saying. My bad, S. More. It's hard to tell with all you see is an S and more. My apologies. Make all the time. Prep board says something about there. I can't even say it. Acoa tea essential oil is great for regulating blood sugar.
Anybody know anything about kidneys?
Right.
Help me.
We're working on it.
Yeah, prepper nerd. Certain aspects of keto. When I did, I did a modified version of keto to lose the 150 pounds or 152 pounds. I have since reintegrated certain types of carbs because there's healthy carbs out there like sweet potatoes and stuff like that in my diet. They're very packed with vitamins.
Yeah.
Monty is like a son to me, Muzzle Flash said. Be charming. What is that? GreyMan, not use. 2S is for she. Oh, she more. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Ever since I started YouTube and I see folks in chat, I have a bad habit of calling, what's up, brother? Hey, brother, this brother. Everything is something about brother. You know what I mean? So, and people are like, I'm a sister. I'm like, oh, my bad. I do apologize because it's hard to tell with certain screen names. So modified is I took keto for what it is and modified it a little bit better that it worked for me. Because your body, some people, this is not for everyone. Sometimes your body needs specific types of carbs. Some people can sustain keto for the rest of their lives, but keto can also be hard on certain parts of your organs as well, depending on what it is, because eating bacon fat and butter and all that stuff can be detrimental. So I'm not saying anything negative about that because it works really well for folks, but I modified it to work better for me. If that makes any sense.
That's why you make bacon fat healthy by cooking collards in it.
Okay. And there's good fats and there's bad fats. Just like an avocado has lots of good fats. Eggs have a lot of good cholesterol. LDL versus HDL. Oh, Northern Girl's on the same premise. Awesome. That's awesome, Northern Girl. Very proud of you. I think we've got muzzle flash. I think we've gotten to all the questions. Wow. So what do you think, Josh?
Go, let's party.
We just blew through an hour. We're a little over an hour and 10 minutes, brother.
That's good. That's good. That's not bad.
Pantry Mama, yes. I was 402 pounds.
Holy cow. That's crazy, man.
I'm at 270.
I need to do that.
I'm at 271 now, and I'm no longer a diabetic. I was on diabetic medication, cholesterol medications, medication for GERT. I was on like an old man's thing of medications, and I changed. Everything has to do with what you consume and what you put in your body, and that's what made me healthier.
it brings out that gardening thing. And I'm telling you, the more you're out there with your hands and your feet and everything in the dirt, I know it's going to probably gross a lot of people out, but you need skin contact with the dirt. Okay.
Yep.
It will make you think differently, and it'll really bring perspective.
It's a science. It's proven scientifically that the minerals in the dirt do help you out, help build your immune system. They make you happy, all kinds of stuff like that. Pantry Mama, I used a modified version of keto. I took keto, the basis behind keto, but then my carb count was a little higher than what keto people would use. I'm off to get to mushroom compost and top of gasoline. That's fine broadcast. Appreciate that, Muzzle Flash. We're not going to be on here too much longer. Wow, GreyMan, that's amazing. Yeah, no. Yeah, T-Bolt, you know it. T-Bolt's a good friend of mine. He's actually a local. He seen me when I was at that size weight, man. It was huge. And I looked in the mirror one day and told myself I was going to die. And I started making modifications to my life and to my diet. That's why you guys see me out there sweating on Wednesdays when I do geared up, or when I go out in the woods on Wednesdays and do a video. I got all my gear on. I'm wearing black. I'm just sweating it out. I'm just out there, walking miles and miles and miles with my gear on there through the woods, just to get out there and get it done.
Yeah, I definitely need to get into better shape, but winters are rough, man. You can't eat vegetables in the winter if you don't grow them.
Wow, that's crazy, Northern Girl. Pantry Mama, that's phenomenal. Very proud of you. See, that's awesome. That's awesome. A lot of folks, and it just make you feel better in general. I mean, once my back stopped hurting, I was able to tie my own shoes. But it's a lot of work and dedication. And once you get used to that, once you get used to consuming that, and I think that by gardening, it's going to even push that even further, because my goal weight is to get high school weight, which is 225 before I went into the military. So,
I mean, anytime you eat something that you grew, that you put 4 months worth of effort into, and then you take that first bite, it could taste like utter whatever, but you're going to say, I love it. It's good.
Yeah, agreed. I used to do bad stuff, man. I'd order pizzas late at night, eat Oreos and milk at 1 o'clock in the morning, all kinds of stuff like that. It was bad. I was in a different place in my life at that point. And
we've all been there. We've all been in different places. For sure.
The sand and drink in my right, CB? I need toes in the sand and a drink in my hand.
Not a fishing pole, but yeah, toes in the sand and a fishing pole would work.
Yeah. I'm trying to, good for you, GreyMan. Thanks, Patricia. I truly appreciate that. You guys are phenomenal, folks. That's why I like sharing this stuff on. Some people don't like to share personal stuff on YouTube. I do. I think you guys are great people. If someone wants to use something against me, it is what it is. I'm thick skinned. I got called a meathead. I got called a meathead this week on my, someone called
you got thick skin. I'll have to bring you along for a ride one day. I'll introduce you to some of the places I go for fun.
You ever ask Mark about my personality at work, what I call my customers. You'll be blown away. I have a really sarcastic personality as well. Yeah,
me too. I get that way in chat. When I'm in a mood and I hear, I'll just start. Then I end up having to leave the chat because it's just bad. I'll end up saying something I'm really going to regret the next day.
Be charming. I do understand that. And the heat, I'm a true Florida native. But in order to get my body used to it, that's why I push myself. But I stay extremely hydrated, and I have all my gear and emergency equipment on me, ways of communication, GPS, and all that stuff like that. So, but yes, I do push the envelope sometimes. So, but I made a joke one time. I've never aired this. I made a video that I never aired, and my wife was like, "Don't air it," because I said, "Wouldn't this be funny if I did a video and something happened to me out in the woods, right? And I had a note in my pocket said, please upload this to YouTube so my subscribers can see my last video on YouTube, because I'm that dedicated."
Wow. That's when you made the commitment. You're going to be a content creator, is when you start doing that.
Oh, man. Harvey Black, thanks for posting that. Yeah, we got a new member today, Red Burning Fires. Truly appreciate that. Everybody in green is a member, like Prepper Nerd, Prep For It, Monty, Josh. There's a lot of folks. Do stuff with Nikki. Yeah, drinking. I've learned that drinking. If you guys notice, anytime you guys see me drinking anything, it's either coffee or water. I don't drink soda at all. I don't drink. I used to be. I'm a Southern boy, so I love sweet tea. And when we mean sweet tea here in Florida, we mean sweet.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing to give up when I found out I was diabetic was the sweet tea. I love sweet tea and Mountain Dew.
Oh, we do. We got another question pop up in chat. Big Bear Prep says, "Have you canned zucchini or squash?"
I have not. Here's the thing. My kids, I've got this big old fryer, and anytime zucchini gets ready, it goes in that fryer. So it's really hard to keep zucchini around my house. It goes fast. Both of my daughters just graduated. My youngest twins graduated culinary. My daughter today finished topping her class with the final. So it's the only one that got an A out of the class.
5 virgins. I have no idea what that means, but I can imagine.
Kincaid, yes, I used to bow hunt all the time. I have a crossbow, but it's out here in Oklahoma with public land hunting. It is insanely difficult to bring down a deer on public land with a bow in Oklahoma. Not saying it's impossible, but for where I go, I mean, it's tough.
Be charming. I understand. Yeah, with the snakes. But I wear a specific type of boots and a specific type of pants. The snakes that I'm around, you know, I know it doesn't look like I'm being cautious, but I'm extremely more cautious than you would expect. But they would have to chew. Their fangs would have to be really hard to get through what I got on. Dangerous freedom. Josh, do you have a bow? Oh, okay, never mind. You already read that. Oh, Monty, sweet tea, thumbs up. Thanks for the super chat, Monty. You're killing Josh today, man.
He's so lucky I don't have this stuff programmed into my laptop yet. I can't do the one button stuff, man. He'd be so screwed right now.
Oh, man, I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome.
How about this? I'm not going to do it all month. How about that? I'm going to win with what I got, and then you'll be really mad at me.
Yeah, and you know, it's honest that it's truly honest that you say that, because technically I was wondering if that was going to happen, because I put some, my wife's like, what do you think? She's like, I think Monty or Josh is going to win. And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm mixing them all up. She said, technically, you know, I've done this in the past at my place of business. And I said, I've had a person buy a ticket and win a $400 product and only buy one ticket. So it's just, that's all it needs. Like Grace and Grit, she'll put a ticket in here and there. You know what I mean? You just never know. And if you, like I said, I don't know. You guys told me that it was a pretty good prize. You know what I mean? So I hope to continue that, you know, those bulk prizes for whoever wins those Super Chat of the Month giveaways. And I want to continue it as long as I can. I think it's just a pretty cool way. Matter of fact, if you notice, Josh, Rudy kind of did what I'm doing, but in a different manner in regards to the Super Chats. I think he's doing something with a silver 1 ounce coin or whatnot.
Yeah. I really don't want to break your heart, but I had one of them a month before you did. I'm just saying.
You did a Super Chat of the Month giveaway?
No, I had the silver coin a month before.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, yeah, but you're a moderator.
Yes.
I'm a BFF.
I really, it's hard for me to contact like content creators, because I'm always afraid I'm going to text or call right when they're filming the best part of their video or something on their phone. And I'm going to be like, yeah, now they're going to hate me and be like, never text me again.
Shawnee says, what do you do in the winter when you can't scratch that garden itch?
I'm deer hunting. You know, it's hard, but I got a little greenhouse I bought off of Amazon for $60. It's an 8 foot by 10 foot greenhouse. So I'm going to try my hand this winter to see what I can do. But like I said, I'll plant stuff. I'll plant greens and stuff, and you can get a stretch, you know, around here. It gets cold, but it's always in spurts of a week or 3-4 days, and then it's back up in the 50s and 60s. So you can still grow. It's just you got to take more precautions, more plastic, more row covers, more trying to protect it from a frost. But
Pantry Mama said she gave up soda, but not her tea. I'm just me, Gray. Okay. I'm just me, Gray. I don't know what you mean by that, Colin. Maybe I missed something, brother.
Because he's talking about archery, and that's what Colin does. So that I think that's what he meant. Yeah, I see. I mean, I raise meat rabbits and small game, so I don't go after small game as much as I used to now that I'm raising rabbits and I have my own chickens and stuff like that. But
and Colin said that's what GoPros are for. And good night, Five Virgins Prepper. Scratch is something else. You guys are funny. Preserving food. Winter is the time to plan on the next one. Shop seeds and shop seed shops. Red Burning Fire said.
Yeah, it's getting everything put away. Getting the animals ready for the cold, and that kind of stuff. Getting everything buttoned up for winter, and then when winter hits, it's kind of your time that you got to recoup from that. And then you go on to your other hobbies, which is hunting, fishing, doing all that stuff, spending more time with the family, doing that kind of thing and enjoying the fruits of your labor mostly, the stuff you preserve, you put up and.
Harvey said, he says, what are the names of some of your livestock, chickens, geese, etc.?
Okay, so my geese, my male and female goose is Frankie and Grace. My Buff Orpington rooster is named Sophia from the Golden Girls because my daughters and my wife named it before they knew what it was, so we just kept the name. My little goat buck is named Mo. I've got 4 guineas, but I can't really tell them apart, so I call them all Harvey. No, Herbert. The guineas are Herbert. My rabbit, Oreo is my Rex buck. Gray Ball is my Flemish Giant buck. Brown Ball is my Flemish Giant doe. Buddy is my Rex New Zealand female. Spencer dog, Macumba dog, and Dude the cat.
That's awesome. Monty actually has a question for you, brother.
Let's hear it, Monty.
He says, do y'all have to do a hunting lotteries where you are in Oklahoma?
Certain species, bear, elk, lottery, but whitetail, no. I can shoot 6 deer a year and a bonus deer if I get an antlerless, if I want to. You can shoot up to 7 deer a year here.
That's awesome. Esmore got a free deer this year. What's up, North Cal Prepper, Jason?
I hunted for 4 weeks this year, muzzleloader and rifle, and seen 1 deer. It was insane. But I've seen so many more hunters. Everybody's catching on to what's going on because never seen so many people out in the woods because I hunt on public land. So it's pretty much given that I wasn't going to see nothing.
Kincaid asks, how's the turkey hunting out there?
Turkey hunting is better this year. I mean, I always see turkey when I'm deer hunting. Then come time to turkey hunt, I don't know where they go. They disappear. But it's pretty decent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, North Cal Prepper. I was telling folks earlier, I lost what's it called? I lost a few of the members, and that happened. If you got a new debit card, that would happen because it's something that I think it's a reoccurring thing.
Yes. So I just went through that.
I think if you sign up, does it give you the original badge, or is it, or you pick up from where you were at? I'm familiar with that part of it. Pantry Mama says, what breed of goats are you planning to raise?
I have my female is a 100% Nigerian dwarf. My male is half myotonic, half dwarf pygmy. I haven't had him faint on me yet. And he's surely been scared by when we bottle baby him in the house and the dogs would bark. He's never fainted, so I don't know if that's going to be the dominant gene in him or not. But that'll be the start.
What's up, Stuart? I didn't know if I saw you in chat earlier. So let me ask you guys a quick question. All right, T-Bolt, have a good night, brother. And T-Bolt, my buddy, also said good night to you, brother.
See ya. Good night.
What do you guys think about this little thing down at the bottom of the screen? Do you think it takes away from the chat? I decided to use a couple different things this evening. I figured it kind of lets everybody know what's going on. Just want to get some feedback from you folks. And if you guys get a chance after the stream is over and you watch just the first few minutes of the replay, let me know what you think about the new intro, if you guys think it's actually pretty cool versus the old intro.
I like the Chiron thing scrolling, because if I feel like if I'm missing something, you have it there. You know, a lot of people have the people that you're interviewing, like me, the channel up there. It's a lot easier to find everything and upcoming giveaway or whatever. I like it there because that way it answers some of your questions for you. The questions, like if you're going to do a live about, you know, tomatoes or whatever, you could put it there, I guess. I need to learn more about how to do all that, but first off, get a camera that doesn't look like it's from the 1990s.
Yeah, right. You'll get there, brother. Well, that camera that I got to get that out to you too as well. That webcam, that you'll like that. It worked for me. It's what I first started using. That was my first one. And everybody seems like the ticker's okay. So everybody's barely noticed it. All right. Thanks, guys, so much. I just depend on you folks because I like to, my subscribers, involve my subscribers a lot into the channel. So it helps me make decisions and whatnot. But other than that, Josh, we've been on for an hour and a half. I'm pretty much going to call it. You know, I think that's about it, man. I think
awesome,
we had a great
made
chat.
it.
Yeah, you made it, brother. You did it. So, folks, if you guys can go ahead and give Josh a follow. Follow. Go ahead and like and subscribe on Josh's channel. Check his stuff out. Like I said, he's going to be producing more content. He is a busy person, but he is full of information. So, and that being said, some of you folks probably know Josh outside of this because he is a mod on some channels like Alaska Prepper and whatnot. So other than that, I want to say thank you to everybody who joined us this evening. Truly appreciated. You guys are awesome folks. What is tomorrow? Wednesday. Wednesday, I'll be doing something outside. You never know what I'm going to do. Who knows? I might be reviewing some gear. I might be going on a long walk. I might be getting chased by gators. You never know. And then
Run
Thursday.
sideways.
Yeah, right. And then Thursday night. Sideways. Yeah. And then Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do Late Night with Gray, which is the late show for folks. Also, moderators, thank you so much for being there and doing the things that you guys do. You guys are fully awesome. I truly appreciate that. Doc Mac, thanks so much for throwing that in there. That's super chat. Really appreciate it. You are
thanks
awesome.
everybody for putting up with me for an hour and a half. I think I did okay, I guess. If
I wrestle a gator northern girl, I'll probably go viral. So that would be awesome. Just so you guys know, if a hurricane hits Florida this year, Jason, the Angry Prepper, plans on flying down here and living in my house while the hurricane comes in. We're going to do some videos. At least that's what he's told me. So
I think you should do, start planning your 100,000 sub giveaway or video. I mean, I know people that have slept with chickens for 24 hours. I think you should grease yourself up with Crisco and try to catch a wild hog.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
That would be a video.
Oh boy, man. Oh man. But North Cal Prepper, thanks so much again for joining the G Spot. You are phenomenal, brother. I truly appreciate that. Really appreciate that. But all right, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I know Josh got things to do, and folks got to go.
I think I got to go clean a guinea hen.
JM, yeah, hurricane party. You never know. That's something we can do. But good night, folks. God bless. Have a great night. And Josh, again, thank you for being on the channel.
No problem, man. It was great.
And don't pop off just yet because I'll meet you in the green room. All right. This is GreyMan and Josh. We are out. We'll see you on the rebound. God bless, folks.
See y'all later.